In a mythical world, there is a shocking story that Sun Wukong had the ability to be sharp-eyed at the moment of his birth. His eyes were glowing, and he could see through everything, a miracle. Caught the attention of the heavenly Jade Emperor, he felt enraged because of this monkey. How dare he be so reckless, with his fiery eyes, just when the Jade Emperor wanted to get rid of Sun Wukong. But he was stopped by the Buddha, who knew that Sun Wukong had a huge amount of energy in his body. There will be greater achievements in the future, so the Jade Emperor no longer interferes with Sun Wukong's behavior. At the same time, Sun Wukong ran in front of an old monkey. Holding him tightly, the old monkey was teaching the little monkeys how to catch food. But his hands were too short to reach the coconut in front of him, but Sun Wukong jumped up. Kicked all the coconuts of the coconut tree away, but the coconut tree bounced back and knocked the village chief down. The village chief was furious and wanted to teach Sun Wukong a harsh lesson, but Sun Wukong ignored him. Also bounced the stone out of the village chief's hand, and Sun Wukong's actions triggered a series of shocking chain reactions. The stone he ejected actually sparked a fierce battle between a group of little monkeys. He watched the battle unfold with delight, but danger ensued, and the little monkeys nearly fell off a cliff. At this critical juncture, a mysterious figure emerges from behind the waterfall. Staring at them closely, a white monster suddenly rushed out and grabbed a small monkey in an instant. Then disappearing into the cave behind the waterfall, the mother monkey is heartbroken, and the village chief blames Goku for causing the disaster, and the village chief orders the other monkeys to attack Goku with coconuts, but unexpectedly. Goku actually picked up all the coconuts and left the place alone, and he returned to the top of the mountain. Beginning his solitary training, he targeted the coconut on the stone and attacked wildly. Day after day, as time passed, Goku gradually grew. His shooting skills have become increasingly sophisticated, showing amazing progress and potential. The old monkey continues to teach the little monkey lessons, but the exterminating Demon King rushes out of the waterfall again. Wukong found that the situation was critical and hurriedly reminded everyone to evacuate, but the exterminating Demon King had already appeared. A little monkey was so frightened that he trembled, and at the critical moment, Goku stood up and stood in front of the little monkey. He attacks the exterminator with a coconut, but to no avail, and the exterminator knocks Goku flying with a single punch. And take the little monkey, and surprisingly, Goku's resistance is taunted by the village chief. He said that Wukong used a coconut to attack the demon exterminator, which was completely self-defeating, and a little monkey reminded Goku. Only by obtaining the golden hoop stick can he defeat the exterminating Demon King. Wukong didn't say much, and jumped directly into the sea to come to the golden hoop stick. But when he got closer, the golden hoop rod actually reacted, and the golden hoop rod was too big. Goku can't take it, and he makes a request to make it smaller, which makes the golden hoop stick unexpectedly smaller, and at the same time, the Dragon Palace that lost the golden hoop stick plunges into darkness. The Dragon King was furious and planned to file a complaint with the Jade Emperor for justice, but unexpectedly, the Jade Emperor ignored the Dragon King's request. Hung up the call directly, and at the same time, Sun Wukong got the golden hoop stick and was ready to fight back. Jumping straight into the waterfall, the little monkey was locked in a cage. Goku jumps into the cage but is unable to open it, at which point the golden hoop appears and breaks the lock. The exterminating Demon King suddenly rushed out, and Goku used his flexible body technique to skillfully dodge the exterminator's attack. Goku succeeds in rescuing the little monkey and wants to leave the place, but the golden hoop stick does not retreat. Took the initiative to attack the extermination Demon King, and in the face of the Demon King's counterattack, the golden hoop stick automatically activated the defense mechanism. Successfully blocked all the attacks, and even more surprisingly, the golden hoop also shattered the iron ring of the demon exterminator. Seeing this scene, Wukong directly sent the extermination Demon King flying, and since then, Wagwashan was no longer threatened. Wukong was also worshipped by all the monkeys, and the old monkey stood up again. He said that in order to protect Wagwa Mountain, he must defeat 100 monsters in order to become immortals. So as to protect the monkeys of Wagwa Mountain, so Sun Wukong embarked on the road of demon subjugation. With the blessing of the golden hoop stick, he defeated countless monsters, and he was only the last one short of his goal of destroying 100 monsters. In the village, Sun Wukong found a monster that specializes in eating children and the child in front of him. It turned out to be the son of the Bull Demon King, Red Boy, and when Goku was about to save the village chief's son, he knocked Red Boy away with a stick. Without saying a word, the two immediately began a fierce fight, even though Red Child's attack was very frenzied. However, the movement is very slow, Goku easily dodges all attacks, and Red Child becomes angry. Directly spit out the 3-flavor True Fire to knock Wukong away, but at the critical moment, the golden hoop stick appeared in time and caught Wukong. Red Boy spewed out 3 flavors of True Fire again, but this time it was easily diffused by Wukong, although Sun Wukong successfully dodged the attack. But the villagers below are threatened with fire, and just as the fire is about to consume the entire village, the charter wife appears just in time. Led the villagers to extinguish the fire, and at this time, the battle between Sun Wukong and Red Boy was still raging. In order to settle the battle as soon as possible, Sun Wukong made a bet with Red Boy that as long as Red Boy could hold the golden hoop stick for 10 seconds. Wukong conceded defeat, and as soon as the Red Boy held the golden hoop stick, he was thrown dizzy. The golden hoop stick threw Red Child directly into the dirt, and in this way they successfully defeated Red Child, after destroying 100 yokai. Goku and Kobayashi find that the celestial realm has no reaction to this, and the golden hoop stick reminds Goku that he just needs to go to the underworld and cross out his name. He was able to gain the ability to live forever, and because Wukong was illiterate, he took Xiaolin with him to the underworld. They came to a pool of water, and Goku put the golden hoop stick into the water, and a passage appeared. The two jumped down the passage and went directly to the underworld, and when they opened an iron door, countless scrolls appeared in front of them. It turned out that this was the place where the Book of Life and Death was stored, and as soon as they entered the underworld, they were discovered by the King of Hades, who picked up the judge's pen and wrote handwriting in the air. The next moment, countless clones appeared in front of them, and when Wukong saw this, he quickly pulled out the monkey hair and transformed into countless clones. Showing the power of the Monkey King, the clones on both sides immediately started a fierce battle, and Kobayashi took the opportunity to find Goku's life and death. Eventually, Goku found his name and crossed him out with a judge's pen, and the next moment the underworld began to collapse instantly. Hades fell into a complete panic, and he hurriedly reported the situation to the Jade Emperor, who did not panic when he learned that Wukong was causing trouble in the underworld. He tells Goku that even if his name is not in the Book of Life and Death, he can only be considered a half-immortal. Instead of a real immortal, Hades inadvertently set away to become an immortal, and the Jade Emperor was outraged by this. Shut up the King of Hades. After learning the news, Sun Wukong did not hesitate to let the golden hoop stick open the iron door. And Shaolin took the opportunity to run in and take the immortality cheat. The Jade Emperor saw this scene and was completely flustered, and quickly ordered Hades to seize Wukong to take back the immortality cheat. In the end, Wukong successfully took the cheats and left the underworld, recording a magical secret in ancient books. As long as you eat a peach, you can become a real immortal, so Sun Wukong and Xiaolin decided to go together. In search of this magical fruit, during the journey, Kobayashi abruptly leaves Goku. When he came to a lake, he poured out a drop of water, and the next moment the Dragon King slowly emerged. It turns out that Kobayashi has been following Goku in order to steal his golden hoopstick, due to the long-term drought in Kobayashi's village. In order to make the Dragon King reign, he had to obey the Dragon King's arrangement to steal Sun Wukong's golden hoopstick. Under the arrangement of the Dragon King, Shaolin took Wukong and came to the trap set by the Dragon King. The Dragon King prepares some peaches in the peach orchard, and if Goku eats one of them, he will lose consciousness, just as the trap successfully takes effect. The Dragon King ran out happily, but what he didn't expect was that Goku also fed the peach to the Dragon King. The next moment, the Dragon King also lost consciousness and was knocked into the river, waiting for Goku to come to his senses. Has forgotten what happened just now, and then Sun Wukong inadvertently discovered the secret method of becoming an immortal. In the Queen Mother's room, it can be concocted to become a potion of immortals, and Sun Wukong and Xiaolin embark on a journey again. Go to the heavens to find the Queen Mother, but unexpectedly, the Queen Mother just went out and locked the door. Wukong found a way to enter the door without much effort, and Sun Wukong quietly entered the Queen Mother's laboratory. However, he accidentally picked up a bottle and sniffed it, and it turned out to be a little monkey. and lost his mind to create chaos in the room, and Kobayashi planned to take the opportunity to take the golden hoopstick when he saw this. But at this moment, Goku picked up another bottle, and the next moment it was back to the same state. The plan fails, and Kobayashi has no choice but to help Goku first and make a potion to become an immortal. Just as the two of them were preparing to make the medicine, the Queen Mother suddenly appeared, and he clenched his fists and closed all the doors and windows. Then he released a bolt of lightning and directly sent Goku flying, in order to become an immortal. It didn't take long for Sun Wukong to let Shaolin continue to make potions while he was responsible for attracting the Queen Mother's firepower. A bowl of fairy soup was made, but just when Wukong was about to become a fairy, the Queen Mother directly broke the bowl. Immediately afterwards, the Queen Mother directly punched Wukong out of the air. "You are amazing." After the old woman dealt with Sun Wukong, the Queen Mother wanted to teach Shaolin a lesson, but at this moment, Shaolin said his true purpose. It turned out that he helped Sun Wukong just to steal his golden hoopstick. To save her own arid village, the Queen Mother listened, decided to let him go home, and Sun Wukong descended from the sky and appeared in front of the Queen Mother again. But Wukong, who lost the golden hoopstick, was not the opponent of the Queen Mother at all, and at the critical moment, Shaolin returned again. Returned the golden hoopstick to Wukong, and Sun Wukong, who got the golden hoopstick, once again had mana, and the Queen Mother saw this and launched a thunderbolt to control Wukong. But I didn't expect Sun Wukong to absorb this power, and it became bigger and bigger, and my lightning actually made you stronger. The Queen Mother panicked and hurriedly notified Heavenly Court for support. Shaolin wanted to persuade Wukong to leave quickly, but at this time, Sun Wukong had been completely blinded by anger, and he was in a critical moment. Shaolin made a bet with Sun Wukong, "You will definitely not be able to catch me," and the next second Shaolin fell directly from the sky. Seeing that Shaolin was about to fall to the ground, at the critical moment, Sun Wukong appeared in time. Caught Shaolin, the two fell into the water, which saved Shaolin, and after getting up, Shaolin made a bet with Wukong again. "How long do you think an immortal monkey like you can hold his breath underwater?" I didn't expect Shaolin's words. Success aroused Sun Wukong's competitiveness, and the next second Wukong jumped directly into the water. At this moment, Shaolin took the opportunity to hand over the golden hoopstick to the Dragon King's shrimp soldiers and crab generals. "Go home, and the rain you want is coming soon." When Goku returns to shore again, he finds that the golden hoop rod has disappeared, and that's when he finds it. The Dragon King suddenly appeared and mocked Sun Wukong as just a wild monkey who couldn't control the golden hoopstick at all. Wukong was angry and went directly to the East China Sea to settle accounts with the Dragon King, and at this time, the Dragon King's mana that got the golden hoopstick increased greatly. The body has also become extremely tall, and in order to get back the golden hoopstick, Wukong conjures up a clone. Directly fought with the Dragon King, but the gods fought, mortals suffered, and Shaolin's village was almost flooded by the Dragon King. Seeing that Wukong was at a disadvantage, Kobayashi was in a hurry and told the Dragon King that Sun Wukong was afraid of thunder and lightning. So the Dragon King unleashed a thunderbolt and shot Goku to the bottom of the sea, just as Goku sank to the bottom of the sea. He accidentally found the golden hoopstick, and Sun Wukong, who got the golden hoopstick, was blessed by thunder and lightning. The body has also become stronger. It turns out that Shaolin is deliberately misleading the Dragon King. Sun Wukong is not only not afraid of thunder and lightning, but will absorb the energy of thunder and lightning. In the end, Wukong volleyed in the air and directly knocked the Dragon King back to his original form, and Wukong completely lost his mind at this time. Unexpectedly, it directly hit the Lingxiao treasure palace, and the Jade Emperor was furious and hurriedly called for support. In the next second, the Queen Mother and Lord Hades arrived in time, and the three of them wanted to work together to eliminate Wukong, but they didn't expect them to be suppressed by Sun Wukong instead. Was directly knocked away by a sun, and saw that a catastrophe was about to happen at this moment. A golden light gradually emerged, and it turned out that the Buddha had come to stop Wukong, and he was about to overwhelm Wukong. Shaolin hurriedly opened his hands and pleaded for Sun Wukong. He knew that Wukong's nature was not bad. As long as he is brought into the right path, the world will be peaceful, as it is. Directly put Shaolin into his body, and then, Shaolin's every word was conveyed through the voice of Rulai. The Monkey King stops, and Kobayashi knows Goku's competitiveness very well, so he makes a bet with Goku again. As long as he escapes the palm of Rulai, the heavenly court will be managed by him in the future. Wukong smiled. How could a mere palm stump him? And in the next second, Wukong jumped up and rushed directly out of the earth. Jumping to the end of the universe, he was so happy that he decided to make his mark here. Immediately afterwards, he decided to make a second mark to prove that he had completely escaped the palm of Nyolai. I didn't expect Sun Wukong's feet to start moving, and he directly threw Sun Wukong back. You have never escaped the palm of my hand. Seeing his mark, Sun Wukong suddenly panicked, and the next second Rulai directly held his palm. Seal Goku away, and then press his palm to the ground, forming a mountain. Wukong was crushed under Wuxi Mountain, and Kobayashi managed to resolve the crisis. The next day Wukong calmed down, and Kobayashi also came to Wuxi Mountain to visit Wukong, and not only that, but he also returned the golden hoop stick to him. This was the last time they met, and Wuxi Mountain was also completely sealed, and 500 years later, a monk broke the seal. The entrance of Wuxi Mountain was opened, and a wonderful westward journey officially began.